Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Listen guys, what is this, 2012? Well, you can see it's a Jeep. And what else do y'all see? The key is still in here. And that's part of the complaint, guys. That's why the key won't come out. That's what they complaining about. The key will not come out. All right, guys, what do you do when you have a situation like this? First, you got to understand what you're working with, what you're dealing with. Okay, with the event of new security system, a lot of the new cars, guys, are equipped with security, a way to where a thief cannot steal your car, basically. So they have implemented modules, keys with chips in them. Okay, this is nothing new. This technology been out for years, but some of it can get a little complex into where if you got to know what to do in the event something happened. In this case, guys, I don't see no lights on the dash. I don't see anything. Horn don't work. So actually there's no power supply to the car. Now that is important for systems like this. Okay, constant supply of voltage has to be present in some cases for you to even remove the key. Y'all see that? See, there's a release mechanism inside this. I think this is what we call a skim module, RKE module, WIN module. They have different names, but there even has to be a constant supply of voltage to release. There's a mechanism built inside of it. In order for that to be released, that voltage has to be there in some cases. Okay, it varies from car to car. But in this case, there's no voltage anywhere. Of course, it won't start because there's no voltage, but why can't you remove the key? And naturally, you would think it's not in park, but yes, it is in park. All right, guys, so what we're going to do, wow, that is a #1 complaint. Now, because this is electronic key and all that stuff, security system, that's why you have most cars that would give you the option, give you a valet key, so to speak, so you can get in your car. A lot of the cars even eliminating that. Okay, you no longer even have a valet key. In fact, you have no cylinders in your doors anymore. Some of the new cars won't even give you, I can't get this valet key out, but I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, some of the newer cars won't even give you that anymore, guys. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna go, I think the car is dead. I'm gonna go grab my jump box, guys, and we're gonna have to see if we can get some voltage on this thing. That's the first step. That's the first thing we have to do. All right, so guys, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I'm gonna go to ad break. Let me go grab my jump box. I will be right back. All right, guys, yes, 3.6 liter engine. All right, love these cars, love these engines. Okay, now what we're trying to find out is why this key will not come out of ignition. Okay, obviously there's a lack of voltage supply to the electrical system. Okay, and the heartbeat of the voltage electrical system is, you guessed it, the battery. Okay, it's not the alternator or it's not the starter. The heartbeat. You have to have the battery. That is the heartbeat of the electrical system. And in this case, in this particular car, this battery is located under the passenger side rear seat. Okay, I got a video right here. I'm gonna put it right here. Y'all go check out on replacing that battery if you ever had to. But car makers are so kind to give you jump ports. Okay, and here they are right here. This is the one for the positive. Now, ground, as far as ground goes, you can use a stud, or you just need to get a good ground. So right now, guys, I got my jump box. We're gonna hook this up and see if this is the reason why that key will not come out. Because do not just go and replace the key in the skim mod because your key will not come out, guys. Properly diagnose cars. Okay, that's why in the beginning of every video I try to do a little overview of what I'm about to talk about or what I'm talking about. Okay, a lot of guys will just, well, obviously need a key and a skim module. Okay, see, I'm only getting 5 volts out of this battery, so let's juice it up to 12. All right, now let's go see what happens with the key. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, oh, I hear a bell, I hear everything. Now let's see, look at that. There you go, guys. So Basically what that tells me is, yes, you have to have 12 volts supply in order for the removal mechanism to activate and allow you to do this. Turn the key all the way off. That's why it wasn't coming out. You notice I'm a further detent to the left. All the way to the left it will come out. But this is where the key stopped in the event power supply is taken away. I don't know if that's a dangerous feature to have or what. They might ought to redesign that to where you can still get your key out. Well, anyway, guys, will the car even start? Let's see. Yes, I'm starting. Let's go back under the hood, guys. The car is running. Now, whoa, it's running, but look at here, guys. I'm only pushing out 11 volts. So I'm running solely off my battery jump box. You know what that tells me? We have problems with the alternator, guys. Okay? Yes, we do. We have problems with the charging system. Let me put it that way. All right? So I'm gonna have to get this car in the shop and diagnose the charging system. All right, guys, so I don't have to push it in. I got it running. Matter of fact, I have to hurry before my jump box go down, because remember, we're running solely off my jump box juice right now. Power supply out of my jump box. So guys, let me get out here real quick. I'm gonna go to another ad break. By the time I get back, I'm gonna be in the shop, guys. I gotta hurry because my jump box is going down. Let me let this hood down on the jump box. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome. I'm back on this Jeep Grand Cherokee. I remember with the one that the key wouldn't come out. Well, the preliminary diagnostics showed no battery voltage. Okay, now there's a reason for no battery voltage. Obviously, the battery was dead. What's going on with that car? With this car, guys, is the alternator's not charging. Okay, now I was just informed to cut the diagnostics short because it has an alternator recall, which means the customer is entitled to a brand new alternator. They had some problems going on with these alternators, guys. I covered this in a number of videos. I still can't believe to this day there's still some cars out there that haven't had it done. Okay, you can avoid a tow bill, a battery, and the headache that comes along with both of those, okay, by simply checking to see if you have recalls available. This is a recall. That means it's a safety issue, which also means it is free to you. Okay, so I'm getting ready to install this alternator, guys. Now that should take care of our problem as far as why the key wouldn't come out, because I will be able to have continuous battery voltage power at the electrical system. Okay, I'm also putting the battery in also. All right, we've had a rash of these cars come back after the alternator install with bad batteries. So my thinking is, over time, with the system not charging, it actually ruins the battery, kills the battery. All right, so I guess I cut this video short. I'm gonna install this alternator. I have some video clips of me installing the alternator on the Grand Cherokee, so I'll just pull that clip up now and enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. So let's get to it. First thing first, we need to unhook the battery. Take away the vehicle's electrical system. Never, ever, 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 ever work on a car with the battery still connected. Okay, so let's get this battery out. All right, we got the battery removed. Now we can get the alternator off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I have the old alternator out. Here's the new one that I'm going back in with. A couple of things of note you need to keep in mind. The way you had this position terminal before you remove it, just memorize how you had it, the alternator facing when you get ready to take this off. All right, so other than that, I don't want to bore y'all with the installation, so I'm gonna put the new alternator in and we're gonna complete this repair. So that's all I have, man. Thanks for watching, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.